Welcome to day 18, and today we are going to be making candles, our own scented candles. This is something I haven't done in very many years. I used to do this with my daughters when they were little. So this is para wax. This is something that I picked up thrifting, and this box was $1. I did my research. It's an older item, but it's perfectly fine. There's no scent to it, and it's got to be melted in a double boiler, so you don't want it to hit the heat at all, obviously, because it's wax. It's going to be flammable. So I put that in the double boiler to melt, and then I got my cup, which was the cup that I got. It's the oversized tea cup, which is Spode in style. I got that in a thrift haul a couple of weeks ago. Now, the wick that I'm using is something that I've had out of a roll, so it doesn't have anything in the bottom to anchor it. This is the sage stress release oil that I'll be using to scent the candle. Back to the wick. So, excuse me, I don't have anything to anchor it, excuse me again, to the bottom of the cup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the wick where it's got to go and then support it with the popsicle sticks. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the melted wax in the bottom to almost glue it in. It's going to anchor it. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm taking a little bit of the melted wax, and it's going to anchor the wick in the bottom of the cup until the rest of the wax can be poured on top. So the wax is melting nicely. The wick is set, as you can see. You can see the little bit of wax in the bottom, and the popsicle sticks are now holding that wick in place. I'm now going to add about between 20 and 30 drops of the essential oil. So I think I did about 30 because I wanted it quite pungent. And then it's ready to be poured into the cup. Now you have to be very careful here because it's very hot and it is quite flammable. So once I've poured it in, I realise I hadn't done quite enough, so I melt the rest of the packet. I used about, I want to say 3/4 of the packet, and this cup actually turned out to be a little bit bigger than anticipated, so I did melt some more. So the extra wax is now melted. I've added the essential oils again, and I've done the same process with the second cup. So what I've done is I've topped up the first cup and then added whatever was left into the last cup, which is the second cup that I made. And then wait for it to cool down, remove the popsicle sticks and trim the wick, and you are done. You can see here, I think it took about 20 minutes for it to start to set, because obviously it's really quite hot. And then I left it a good 3 or 4 hours. Now it did slightly dip in the middle, and I'm not sure why that happened, or maybe it's the way it heated. Because I did it in 2 batches, I think they set at different levels. That's why it sank in the middle. But if you do enough in one shot, you won't have that issue. So quite pleased with how they turned out. And you can see how easy that is. I think if I do it again, I'm going to try it with a different wax. I'd like to do beeswax and make smaller candles with obviously different scents. So there you go. Hope you try that one. Let me know how you get along with that one.